Okay, well, welcome to the podcast. My name's Decy P.
And I'm Sam.
Nice and miserable to start off with. Okay, let's go straight onto the news then. First of all, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, wow.
Come out as both the Phantom Pain and Metal Gear Solid 5 altogether. What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool. A bit confused though, because I haven't really been keeping up with this news story. But is the Phantom Pain the one with the guy with bandages on his face?
Yeah, the guy with bandages on his face, and then also, but Kojima came out in the reveal with a bandage on his face.
Yeah.
Some people called him a legend. I thought he looked stupid, to be honest. I don't get what the bandages got to do.
I think. Well, I saw an article on IGN about this. And have you seen the interview that the guy does? Have you seen? There's an interview online of a guy speaking to the guy with bandages on his face.
Oh, okay.
And what IGN speculated, I mean, I'm not saying it would be pretty cool, but in the corner of the photographs of the actual game that they were talking about in the interview, in the corner it says run on the Fox engine. And what they were speculating was that the guy in the bandages in the interview set up really weirdly. And you never see the two people in the same space together. And what they were thinking, I mean, I don't know if it was like ludicrous or not, but they thought that the guy with bandages on his face in the interview was actually a CGI person made in the Fox engine.
Oh, wow. Alright, so we're talking like photorealistic almost.
Yeah, like the photorealism thing. Like, and because he's got bandages on his face, you only see certain parts of his face.
That would maybe restrict some of the processing power that it needs.
Well, exactly. And especially when you look at the, like the PS4 press release thing, and they showed that picture of the old man's face, and it looked almost like completely real.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not. That'd be fucking awesome if it was like the Fox engine.
Yeah. Well, I'm reading an article on Games Reviews, and it's stating that some Western markets, it could be by the end of this year, so 2013. But what console does it release on? That's the big thing. Does it stay Sony exclusive, or does it what?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't imagine it'd stay exclusive.
I can't remember. I don't. But I think if it stays on current gen, it can't stay on PS3. I don't think.
Oh no, it won't. It won't stay just on. Well, it'll be on PS4 and whatever the next Xbox is.
You reckon so?
Obviously. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it'll be on the next Xbox because Kojima works with PlayStation usually. And I haven't played Revengeance yet, but you know that isn't made by Kojima, is it? It's just written by him, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he just had an overall kind of.
Yeah, just a guidance. So, no, but all the other Metal Gear games are on Sony's consoles, aren't they?
So you're predicting a Sony?
I'm predicting that he's going to stick with Sony.
You reckon?
Yeah.
And also, I'm saying that there've been confirmation that Kojima is working on Metal Gear Online 3. Did you ever play Metal Gear Online?
No, I didn't know, but I heard it wasn't very good.
Well, some people I've played with said it was terrific, and then some people, including myself, think it was fucking terrible. It was dreadful.
Oh, okay.
So laggy. So, but I had good hope in it, and I think it's got some good ideas. But
alright, yeah.
Whether we develop,
so they just need to expand on what they did wrong.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Also, just staying on Metal Gear Solid theme, David Hayter not returning to voice Snake. But a lot of controversy going around Twitter with this. I was reading up. And,
I didn't know that. I didn't know about that.
I think that's quite a big shock.
Yeah, it's quite shocking actually.
I mean, I can only put his voice with Snake in the Western world, but
in the Western world.
Wait,
Sorry, yeah.
We are in the Western world.
It does make sense, but that's quite a lame thing to say. Yeah, well, I don't know where I stand on this because I don't really mind as much because you've played all of the Metal Gear games both on PSP and consoles. Yeah. So I've only played Metal Gear Solid 2, and I've played I think just over half of Metal Gear 4.
Oh right, yeah.
And so Snake doesn't really talk.
By the way, you need to finish them.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about getting the HD collection, actually. The thing is, like, Snake doesn't seem to speak much in number 4. I mean, there's a lot of cutscenes and stuff, but I'd kind of taken a liking to Raiden after number 2, which is probably controversial in itself.
After number 2?
I like number 2.
You like penis, then? He is a faggoty.
Apparently so. No, I liked him in number 2. Like, he looks like a bit of a dick, but you don't play with Snake like that. You play with him like at the start of the game.
Snake, you're like Raiden, Jesus.
I know.
He's an absolute sap.
Is he?
Yes. Anyway, moving on. I'm right, you're right. Moving on to PlayStation Plus. Now, we're both subscribers of this, and maybe we're slightly biased, but this month seems, pretty insane for content-wise.
Well, we're talking about April now.
April, yes. But even March?
We could talk March if you want.
3?
Mass Effect 3 is a very welcome addition to my gaming library on my console. I've been with PS Plus since about half a year after it originally started. So I got all the really quite crap arcade games
I started when the big collection from Kiki Games, I think, was it? With Smash Cars and everything.
Oh, Smash Cars.
Hey, I enjoyed Smash Cars.
How much have you played of Smash Cars?
I played over 50 minutes on Smash Cars, so
oh my god. That's wow.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I don't know. I don't know what to say now.
Well, anyway, the Instant Game Collection now, let's have a look at it now. I'm on my PS3. We've got Mass Effect 3, Dead or Alive 5, Joe Danger, Guardians of Middle-earth, Quantum Conundrum, F1 Race Stars, and then the regulars, Mortal Kombat as well, and then the regulars like Little Big Planet, Manchester Storm, and Infamous 2. That is a cracking library there, really, even if you're not a fan of those genres.
The genres, no. I've taken a liking as well because it's put me with games that I wouldn't normally play.
Yeah.
Like I don't normally play fighting games, but when like my mates come around at uni, I put on Mortal Kombat or Dead or Alive.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat has gone down well at my uni class. Yes, actually.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And yeah, it's been these 2 months have been really good actually. I haven't played Guardians of Middle-earth. I've completed Quantum Conundrum, which I really did enjoy, except for the ending was incredibly poor, and it just blatantly opens up for a sequel, which we won't talk about. Yeah, Dead or Alive is pretty fun. I mean, got boob physics in there, so what's not to like?
Loving the science. Well, anyway, going on this month, Okami HD.
Okami HD. I'm really looking forward to playing this game. I heard it was one of the lost games on PS2. You know.
Yeah.
It was meant to be absolutely incredible, and not many people bought it, and its sales weren't as good as it should have been.
Well, my best mate from primary school, who lived next to me, he did have Okami HD when he was about early secondary school there, and we did play it together. And I don't know, maybe I was too cool, but I wasn't cool at all. But maybe I thought I was too cool to be playing those kind of games. And I've grown up.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, to me, I'm thinking, I've only heard good things about it, so.
Yeah.
And for not free, £40 a year, but let's say free for this. It's.
I consider it free. I mean. I mean, when you look on the library and you see you can play all these games instantly, it doesn't even occur to you that you're paying £40 a year. And to be fair, it's not a bad price, especially if you're actually playing them.
Yeah, I mean, and 40 quid on the store, but I think I got mine. I got a £50 card for £28, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember you doing that.
There's ways around it, so it's even cheaper than 40 quid.
I got mine when it was on sale for £30.
See, exactly, there's always ways around it. I think the offer at the minute is 90 days free, so I'm loving it at the minute.
I am. I just don't want them to dip into the pile of shit that it was before it started being good.
Yeah, no, I don't think they can now. I don't know.
I know, but it's just like the thing is, like, you're looking at the releases, and it's got Okami HD, which I'm looking forward to. But then it's got like The Cave, and then Lord of the Rings game,
well, The Cave hasn't been reviewed yet, and it is by Tim Schafer, so.
Yeah, I know it's by Schaefer, but I haven't actually played that many Schaefer games. Did he do
He
stacking?
did stacking.
Because I've got stacking on my
He did
PS3,
Brutal
but
Legend, which was a bit of a letdown for me.
oh yeah, with Jack Black.
Yeah, but I mean
Yeah.
Psychonauts.
So hopefully the cave isn't too bad. It is out in America. I listened to a review of it last week,
Really?
actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I listened to a review of it, so I imagine it was.
And then what was the review like? I didn't know.
They said it was an enjoyable game, but they said there was some problems with the characters. There's like 5 characters. No, there's 7. I think it is. Well, there's an odd number of characters, and you can only play through the game.
Podcast,
Yeah, using 3 of the characters at one time. So if you want to replay the game, you have to then use the same characters again, which then gets a bit boring.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I don't know what to think about War in the North, the Lord of the Rings game.
Has that been reviewed? What happens?
Yeah, it's been out for fucking ages.
What were the reviews like?
I don't know. Well, it is a Lord of the Rings game, you know.
They're not well known for their...
Well, actually, the Two Towers is good on PS2, I think, and the Third Age was also very, very good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was very enjoyable. But I played the demo for Lord of the Rings Conquest, whatever it was.
Oh, that's just a poor man's Battlefield. Battlefront, should I say, Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, I know, and it kind of was just incredibly shit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not on the Lord of the Rings. I'm not really feeling it anymore. It's been 10 years since the films.
Yeah.
So it's not I watched them recently on my the extended editions, but I'm not really in the mood for Lord of the Rings anymore.
No, so
not feeling it. But apparently it's got really good multiplayer. It's like co-op multiplayer. You play with 3 people.
Oh, okay. Alright. So
it's meant to be quite good about that, if you do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, co-op always helps in games.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, a good co-op game, as long as you've got the right people, is there.
Yeah, like Portal 2.
Yeah,
amazing.
Fantastic. One of my favourite games ever, I think. Anyway, staying on the store, we've got the PlayStation Store Spring Sale. I've looked at it on the store, and it was very lame. Very, very lamely presented.
I don't like the way the store looks.
I can't access my content as easier as I used to be honest.
No, I know.
But, what we've got coming out, we've got the big, obviously, releases, Army of Two, Bioshock Infinite, at extortionately high prices.
Yeah, I know, because everyone goes into a shop and buys Bioshock Infinite for 50 fucking quid.
Yeah. I mean, they keep whapping out the excuse that they don't want to piss off retailers, but at the same time, retailers never sell it for 50 quid, they sell it for 40.
No, retailers sell it for 40 or 35.
Yeah. So, I don't know. People must buy it.
No, I don't know. Why would you?
I don't know. Maybe we're just because we're averagely financed
students
gamers.
with no money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, if there's a game coming out that you really want, you're going to pre-order it, and the chances of you getting it before it's actually released with the pre-order is relatively high. I mean, every game that I've pre-ordered has come a couple of days before it's actually been released, with an exception to Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which really pissed me off. Because that came 5 days after the release, and I don't get why you'd buy off the store for a £50 game. It just doesn't work. But oh wow.
But anyway, we're going to come on to the reviews and the verdicts of those later on. The current sale is going to be sale every 2 days, I believe.
I didn't know that.
And the current one is Killzone HD and Infamous Festival of Blood for $9.79, $9.89, something like that.
Oh, is that on the Easter?
That's the Easter sale today.
Easter egg.
Yeah. It seems like a strange bundle to me.
Not really. They're both made by not made by, but they're Sony.
Yeah, they are Sony
properties.
Yeah, but still.
They're quite old and they're not bad. Wait, what are they again? Sorry.
Killzone HD and Festival of Blood, Infamous.
Oh right, well.
I've heard good things about Festival of Blood.
Yeah, same, but it does it was just kind of like an expansion pack, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah, but a standalone.
Yeah, but I don't know whether you'd want to buy Killzone HD for that. I mean, I don't know. I've played the first Infamous and I thought it was alright-ish. I mean, I didn't think it was as good as a lot of people said it was amazing, but it's just alright. And I've got Infamous 2, but I'm not really into it. I don't find it fun in a way, so I'm not interested in buying Festival in Blood at all. And vampires really don't appeal to me in any way.
Okay, that took a turn for the strange.
How was that
I don't know, you were
strange?
just talking about, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I don't like vampires. Like that. kind of went a bit.
Yeah, sorry about that. Same reason I don't like zombies as well, but I'm not going to get into that.
Alright, so what festival of Infamous would you like? If you could have any sort of festival in Infamous, would you?
Don't know. Let's stay topical. Say Easter, Festival of Easter.
Festival of Easter.
Giant bunny rabbits made of like electricity, like running at you, throwing up Easter eggs that explode and teleport you into different dimensions of all the festivity periods, such as Halloween and Christmas, all bundled into one happy expansion pack for Infamous Festival of Easter.
Okay, Bioshock Infinite. Let's move on quickly and
yeah, it's probably the best.
Oh my god, I did not expect that to turn as it did. Anyway, Bioshock Infinite. This week, you are a massive fan of the original Bioshock. I am a fan, but not as much as the media says I should be, and especially you said I should be. So
when you said I am a fan, you kind of sang it.
I am a fan.
I'm a fan.
Well, I am a fan.
Yeah, the first Bioshock is an absolutely incredible game that I don't understand why you don't appreciate as much as you should. Bioshock 2 is alright as well. But
I came late to the party.
I came late to the party.
And it got built up and built up. Best FPS of the generation. Everything is an amazing game. The storyline is cracking. The graphics are cracking. The settings are cracking. But did it revolutionise the mold? No.
Wait, I'm pretty sure it did.
In what way? In what way did it absolutely revolutionise first-person shooting?
I was going to say the way that it combined story and gameplay perfectly into one coherent piece of art, which actually made you interested in the story, in all the characters, and the gameplay. There was nothing to fault in the actual gameplay itself, so nothing in the game could actually take you away from the story, because it was so easy and fluid to play. And then the twist at the end is one of the greatest twists at the end of any game I've played myself, and also the fact that depending on your actions within the game, you could also change or slightly change the ending. I mean, you don't change the twist, but I just thought it was quite clever the way that they'd put this change into the game at this time of production. I mean, it was released in 2007. I think I bought it in 2009, so I got it quite late to the party as well, and I'd heard it was amazing, so I bought it, and I thoroughly enjoyed every
I have
second.
no doubt it is an amazing game. I'm going to be controversial here, and I'm going to say I enjoyed Mirror's Edge as an experience more than Bioshock.
That's okay. I didn't expect that standpoint at all.
It's a big one. It is a big standpoint, I know.
Well, it wasn't just the standpoint. It's just the fact that you've just popped in Mirror's Edge out of absolutely nowhere.
It's got average reviews. Well, I'm slightly above average reviews, but looking back on my experience, what is it now? When did I get my PS3? 2008, 7, 8, 8,
Yeah.
2008. In my 6 years in this generation of going through stages of being a massive gamer, being an average gamer, and playing a lot of games, and being a fan of new experiences, Mirror's Edge has always been up there for me.
Yeah, well, I stand quite strongly on Mirror's Edge being a very, very good and accomplished game, because I think that's also my bias as well. That was the first game I ever played on my console. That was the first game that I completed on the PS3, and I thoroughly enjoyed the gameplay mechanics of Mirror's Edge more than the story. I mean, the story wasn't very good, and
decidedly average.
Well, yeah, but that's not what mattered in that game.
Yeah, exactly.
The gameplay did, but what Bioshock manages to do is combine gameplay and story so well together, along with atmosphere and the way, like the setting and things like that. I don't know. I just think it's a very, very good game.
Oh yeah, I'm not denying that. But even now, you're struggling to put that definition on why it got such a media fanfare.
What, Mirror's Edge?
No, not Mirror's Edge. Bioshock.
Well, Bioshock didn't get a mediocre fanfare.
What's a mediocre fanfare?
That's what you just
No,
said.
let's not get pedantic on this now.
Okay then.
It did. Bioshock did get a media fanfare.
A media
Media
fanfare.
fanfare, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said mediocre fanfare.
No, I didn't. Why would I say medium fanfare? Anyway, moving on. This has been turned into a spiral in mixed signals and everything. Anyway, what do you want for Bioshock Infinite?
A brand new take on the first-person shooter genre. I mean, obviously it won't feel as fresh as the original Bioshock in all of its beauty. When the trailer came out for Infinite, I watched it several times just because it looked absolutely amazing. The characters in it look quite accomplished and fleshed out, and also the gameplay looks like it's taken aspects of Bioshock and made it work a lot better. I mean, the setting will never be the same as Rapture. I mean, I think Rapture is just an incredible setting. One of the best settings I've ever played through in a game. But I do hope Columbia is as rich and as involving as Rapture, and especially in the kind of the interesting take that the original Bioshock was could be classified as a kind of horror game, but which is why like you kind of when I'm playing Infinite, I'll be thinking about the sinister and the kind of strange things that are going to be happening around the game, and like the things with kidnapping, the robot things. I don't actually know what they're called. There's a big bird, I think. I've forgotten what the creatures, and not creatures, but the enemies are called in the game. But obviously I'll know more when I'm actually playing them. But it's actually interesting that when you see Columbia in the trailers, it's bright and happy, and it's quite interesting that they're going to throw a horrific standpoint during what seems like the daytime in such a bright and cheerful looking place. Kind of like the original Bioshock was there. Rapture was there, made for people to be free, for it to be a nice and cheerful and free place, but it all went wrong with Brian. But it's quite interesting that they do this in Columbia. It does look absolutely beautiful, and I just really hope it plays well and is an amazing story as well. I mean, I can expect a massive plot twist at the end. Obviously, that's what's going to be there. That's what made the original Bioshock so well known and grabbed everyone's attention at the end of it. So I do hope that there is a big twist at the end of Infinite, which I'm pretty sure there probably will be. And what are your thoughts on Bioshock Infinite?
I think it is looking good. As you said, like the trailers are looking fantastic. It's for me, it's got that. It's just got that aspect of familiarity now, that it could be the world's best game, but in the media people are going to go, but it's too similar to Bioshock. You can't reinvent the wheel every single time.
Well, I'm not expecting them to reinvent the wheel.
Neither am I. But I think that's what I think the media will downgrade it. I
don't think it's going to be downgraded at all.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, especially with like Ken Levine behind it. Like, he's very well known in the industry, and I think a lot of gaming reviewers will say that it's not as fresh as the original Bioshock, but you can't expect it to be as fresh because you're expecting a Bioshock game. If you played a Bioshock 1 and you've played Bioshock 2, there are differences in them, and they are very subtle differences, but they both feel like their own games. This to me will feel similar, but also very, very different in terms of mood of the game and feeling. It kind of looks a bit not like steampunk, but like
I'd say steampunk's a good shout. Just have a
which would be interesting in the not in the universe of Rapture, because I don't know whether the two universes interconnect, and it would be fucking awesome if Columbia was like the city that Ryan made, and then it falls into the sea or something. But I highly doubt that's what's going to happen.
It could happen, although there's no Bioshock Infinite 2 made with extra multiplayer. Going to happen if you stick it in the sea.
But is there any multiplayer in Bioshock 3, Bioshock Infinite?
They got rid of it.
Oh, that's good. I did quite enjoy the multiplayer in Bioshock 2. It wasn't terrible.
One of the very few people that did.
Well, no, it just wasn't. It wasn't terrible. I didn't realise a lot of people didn't like it. I just thought it was all right. It wasn't really needed. It's like the multiplayer in Assassin's Creed. It's not really needed at all, and you can get the most out of the game without even going to the multiplayer. So, I don't know. I quite liked it.
Oh yeah. I mean, something I did expect. And we were just talking about before we did this, the Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah.
With the multiplayer, that just got lambasted and said it was pretty crap. But
Yeah.
I wanted to give it a shout because if it's an Uncharted, I loved Uncharted Online, so.
Fair enough.
Your voice takes a turn for the worst there.
Yeah, no, Uncharted. Oh my god. It's like when you say Bioshock was overly praised and then you mention Uncharted, and it's like, how can you even mention?
I said mine was very, very against the grain.
Controversial. Yeah, I know you said it was, but I really don't understand how. I don't know. I'm not going to go into the Uncharted. I'm not going to go into an Uncharted rant. Like.
Anyway, the week's releases: Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel.
Army of Two, Devil's Cartel.
Yes, co-op game. Surely it's going to be fun in co-op. Is it worth £40?
Is anything worth £30?
Well, I'd argue some of the big name games is worth £40.
Really?
Yeah, I say it would.
Oh, okay. I've never paid like £40 for a game.
No, but when I have paid for like Metal Gear Solid or.
Well, no, yeah, I know, but
Uncharted, I paid £40 for.
Oh no, yeah. What the fuck was that? No, I'm gonna I was just being a bit pedantic, really. I mean, I pay full price for a game, but full price isn't always £40.
No.
You know, I don't think I've ever actually paid £40.
The new Sly game that's been released is £6.
There's a new Sly game?
Yeah, there is a new Sly game. Who's in town?
How ignorant am I?
Yes, you are very ignorant, and that's great news coming from the gaming podcast. But anyway, moving on, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct, current Xbox 360 rating of 33.
That got absolutely slated.
It looked shit. It never seemed to have any promise to me.
No, and especially yeah. Is it by Telltale?
No, it's not by Telltale. It's by.
Oh right, yeah, no, because the Telltale. Oh, okay. The Telltale games got really good reviews.
Yeah,
I do like Telltale games. Sam and Max are fun, and I haven't played the Back to the Future ones, but I do own them. Are you a fan of the Walking Dead TV show?
I am a big fan. My sister's a big fan.
Cool.
I think it's a great show.
I've got the
a nice description of the scene.
I know, perfectly summed up that episode. I did find it a bit tedious, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, zombies and vampires I don't do. So, with a lot of zombies, obviously, I just said I don't do. I bought.
We need to play COD Zombies.
Oh, we do. Yeah, we do.
Anyway.
Well, I've got the Walking Dead Compendium 1 graphic novel. So I like The Walking Dead in the sense of the book and the comic books. I mean, I've read it all, and the twist that happens right at the end of it was pretty shocking. Compendium 2's out now, and I need to buy that and read it because I really did enjoy reading it and getting to know all the characters. But when I talk to people that watch the TV show, the characters in it are different.
Yeah.
Like I heard, spoiler alert, but I heard that Laurie dies?
I'm not going to confirm nor deny.
I've been told that Laurie, or whatever her name is, dies in the TV show. And in the comic she doesn't die at all. So, well, yeah. I don't want to.
What was your point?
My point, whereabouts, which universe are they set in? Are they set in the comic books with that set of characters?
I think it's kind of like a multiverse, I believe.
Oh, right.
That's what they're aiming for the Walking Dead brand is.
Yeah. Alright, okay.
Hopefully they won't contradict each other so much as often as that, as big as a character dying, but
okay.
with definite multiverse kind of aspects to the games.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, so that little side note
Yes, anyway. So what else have we got today then? We've got Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. Did you ever play the first Sniper Warrior?
No.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Really? I thought
A
you
few
said
long
enjoy.
shots. The headshot dynamic with the following the bullet was interesting. It was fun
Yeah, that looked
for
cool.
about 5 seconds, and then it just died.
Yeah.
It's very repetitive. It looks like Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 with a Metacritic of 49. They'll follow the same way.
Right. No, I've never played Sniper Ghost Warrior. I've never really wanted to. Just looked a bit tedious and boring.
The multiplayer on the first one was just there was no richness there. Imagine just stick the snipers in the map without any objectives or anything. The team no action. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Yeah, they all just
It's
camp.
bad enough on COD, never mind. A lot of nobody used to before they made it impossible.
No one snipes like that on COD.
Anyway, Gears of War Judgment 79.
Yeah, too.
That is, I know it's pretty low compared to all the other Gears of Wars, but and again in my mind, an overrated series of games.
I don't own an Xbox, so I haven't played any of the Gears of War's campaigns, but I have played multiplayer on I think 1 and 2, and I did quite enjoy playing that kind of game when I did. I don't really have much to say on this because I don't know the franchises at all. Only know kind of the kind of controls and stuff and the kind of stocky feel to all the characters' movements. So I quite enjoyed that in that sense. But apart from that, I don't really mind about new game. I didn't. So it's not called Gears of War 4. Oh,
why not? What's your...
Yeah, I don't like it when franchises start doing that. Especially with the gaming industry, they never feel like they're as fully fleshed out as the actual games with numbers on. And I know that sounds really lame.
Yeah.
And a bit weird. It just doesn't feel like it's as important as the ones with numbers on.
So say in a trilogy such as the Gears of War, they based 3 games around each other with a coherent universe and a coherent storyline. And then they just tried to shoehorn something in that happened beforehand for some money and possibly to almost justify its reason being
for some money.
Thinking that, oh yeah, you'll get insights into what's happening in the other 3. But those other 3 existed without any sort of interaction with this prequel, so it doesn't need to be it.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I don't like prequels as much.
Just quickly,
they're just for money.
More general releases. We've got Tomb Raider and Dead Space 3.
Oh yeah. Tomb Raider, I'm very conflicted about with the series. I've never played. The only Tomb Raider I've played is Tomb Raider Underworld, and Tomb Raider Underworld to me was almost impossible to control. The mechanics in the game were almost completely broken. Yeah, but it's not as broken. It's still broken, but it's not as broken as freaking Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was like you step on a stone and you can't jump because your foot's on a stone. And let's kill an octopus because there's an octopus there. That's one of the legitimate levels in Tomb Raider 2. Tomb Raider Underworld, sorry. So yeah, I don't know what to expect with the new one. I mean, it does look amazing, and there's some controversy about the fact that she's like a single woman on an island full of people that want to kill her and like rape her and stuff. But that's what you got to expect.
About the rape scene, and yet, a ten a penny in mainstream film, really. Obviously not in certain. No, they're not 10 a penny. Maybe that was the wrong.
No. They're not really 10 a penny. You don't go into the next Disney film expecting rape.
I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. That was probably a bit too far with the rape analogy. But,
what?
But not 10 a penny. But for an 18-rated film,
it was brilliant.
There would be little to no controversy if there was a rape in it. Justified rape, obviously, if it's just blazing kind of.
If there was rape in it.
No, but
then we go on to like extreme cinema, but we're not going to.
So it's an adult entertainment piece. It should have the same justification, allow it to, as film.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't say it like that. That sounds.
I'm not arguing that it doesn't. I've got no problem with rape in the game. Oh shit! I didn't. I didn't mean it like that. For all you people out there, as annoying as Dec. Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant I don't mind that it's in the game.
And
If
anyway,
it is in the
Dead
game,
Space
I don't
3
even know if it
made
is.
Final 1 and 2, never mind.
Yep, Dead Space, brilliant franchise. Incredible gameplay, incredible horror game. The Dead Space 3 never really didn't appeal to me at all. It really didn't. I mean, I looked at the trailer, and like on a icy planet with icy zombie mutated people. That was like the only difference, and I don't like the idea of that. It doesn't look like Dead Space. It looks like an action game. Dead Space 2 is quite action orientated as well, but it still kept up to its horror roots, which I also enjoyed about it.
To the Devil's Cartel, in a very close proximity. Was that a month? Would that have an effect on maybe the direction and the facilities of?
Yeah, just about.
But it might, maybe not Dead Space.
Maybe,
1 and 2,
but I don't expect the Devil's Cartel to play at all like Dead Space.
Both co-op
It'll
games.
be different.
Sharing, maybe not sharing assets, but sharing engine development.
Yeah, both two-player co-op games. Both that.
I wouldn't put it past them. Two games.
Do they share engine and development?
Yeah, it is very much the same Visual Games.
Well, just because it's published by the same game doesn't mean it's developed by the same. Is it developed by the same people?
Well, there we go. We'll finish.
Oh right, yeah. One would imagine it's exactly the same as Dead Space 3 then. But with less space and more
let's
Mexicans.
go on to a bit more of a discussion about PlayStation 4. A couple of specs. We've got an update from UDC.
Okay.
Going through the specs.
What do you...
Big cores, low heat. What a great spec that is. Low heat. Woo!
Okay.
We've got low power consumption, so that's all good for the greenies. 8 cores. I mean, everything that's saying, it sounds reasonably big. Not massive in a high spec computer world, but it seems everything we're reading seems to be pleasing developers.
Yeah. I mean, the press release thing that they did earlier. Was it this month or last month? End of last month, was it? Yeah. There was a lot of developers in the conference saying how easy the PS4 was to develop for, and how they're going to be able to make incredible games and improvements over the last gen with the new consoles. I mean, if you showed me the specs, I wouldn't understand what the fuck they mean at all. But we're in the press conference, you can see
that's kind of a bit sexual, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just pleasing. I fucking love large numbers. Oh, there's a big 6.
Okay, no, I want to talk more about RAM because we've already got 8 gig of RAM.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's big for an average gamer's budget in a PC, you know. I've got a good laptop here. It's not the best, but it's a good laptop. It's got 4 gig memory, but that's to develop.
Yeah.
Imagine that all the processors that are critical. Now, the dedicated game console is going to reduce some of the need for it, so it's going to have more to go around. Surely it's going to create some massive improvements compared to half a gig of RAM in the PlayStation 3, and look what that's producing in a modern day. And so hard drive, they've stated that today. They've stated that it's unspecified as yet, but every console will have a very large hard drive. What do you reckon the specs will be on that?
It best be large. I'd say they'd probably sell one for one with the lowest one with a 300 gig. They might sell a 500 gig, and they might sell a terabyte one. That would be my initial thoughts. I mean, I've got a 500 gig hard drive in my PS3 at the minute, and I've got 50 gigs left, I think. So it uses it up.
But obviously, and of course, PlayStation Plus is going to take.
Well, no, I don't have any media on there except games. So PlayStation Plus takes up a lot of space, so I have to be wary about what I'm getting. But of course, I can re-download stuff. I'd imagine, especially with the rise in downloading games as is happening, especially with the new insight that the new Xbox or Microsoft console will not run on discs at all.
I just can't see it being in this day and age.
I don't like that idea at all, especially
with internet how it is, and Microsoft seem to be just They seem to be putting everything everywhere rather than focusing something on a specific space. The games console is only going to be successful in a bedroom or in a front room,
And
not
making it good.
as the home entertainment centre. It never will be. Well, even if it is, that's never ever going to be online.
It might be.
Yeah, but not today. Today, you reckon?
It totally could. I'll take this argument into a different kind of place now. You can now plug your TV into your PC, and then you can have an entire,
I agree with
not only
processing
entertainment
power
system, but you've
and
got music, movies, instant downloads,
I'm talking
games you can play. I wasn't saying processing power. I'm just saying that if you connected your PC to your TV, you would have an entire media connection hub direct
and in most
onto
of the world.
You what?
Cannot handle it. Cannot handle. I don't think it could.
And what about it? It could handle. It could. I could simply. It's not the same, but I could plug my laptop into my TV, and if my laptop was a high enough spec, I'd be able to run incredibly high spec games on my TV through my laptop. And oh, we're talking about streaming. Oh, yeah, I thought we were talking about downloads. I'd be able to download.
It is. It's a 50 gigabyte download. Or something getting towards the 50 gigabyte anyway, I know that.
Fuck.
And it takes me a long time to download that 50 gig. And also
I'd use up all my hard drive space.
And then you have to install it and everything, and sometimes I just put the disc in. Discs are never going to go away. I just can't see it happen. I think next generation maybe.
I don't want discs. I don't want discs to go, but I think they will eventually.
But I just think
next generation.
I think it's too early.
It's okay. Yeah.
Considering that 5-6 years ago, the Wii.
Okay.
Which is
I do as well.
Crap.
I agree with you.
Well, no, there's some good games. There's games for it, but as a
it is a piece of crap.
Competing with PlayStation and Xbox, it was very, very belittled. Yeah, it was technically crap. It sold millions, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. A box as technically deficient,
even though it sold an incredibly amount.
Yeah, it was marketed well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but that's because it was marketed well.
I'm saying they're not educated.
Yeah, I know. And especially as the Wii doesn't even fucking play DVDs. Really. Like, what the fuck? I mean, it should be able to play Blu-rays.
Well, you reckon so, wouldn't you? But there you go.
Released around the same time as PS3.
Right, anyway.
It should have at least.
That is the podcast. Davis's rant. What are you going to rant?
No.
Well, we've got
I don't know.
what
you give me a topic and I'll say whether it's rant-worthy or not.
And that is the Uncharted franchise.
Oh, the Uncharted franchise. Here we go again. This, like I was saying earlier, was one of the most overrated gaming franchises.
Carry on.
Fuck was that? Declan. That was the gayest thing I've ever heard. Not quite sure what I heard, but one of the most overrated gaming franchises ever made. The problem I've got with Uncharted is when you put it into your console. I played number 2 first, then I'm playing number 1 now. Slowly getting through it is a bit more enjoyable than number 2, but what I really didn't like about Uncharted was that I didn't care for any of the characters at all. I thought Nathan Drake was an absolute arsehole. Why did I want to complete the storyline and look for his girlfriend who just fucks him about all over the place? And then there's another girl. Really? We're gonna do that? Okay, and then there's another girl who I don't know who she is, and I don't know if he sleeps with her, and I don't really care, and then she betrays him, and then she comes back, and she's his friend, and she didn't really betray him, and it's all bullshit that's just there to make you think it has a good story, when actually it's completely unstructured and unsound. The idea that blue people are living somewhere on the earth, and they've never been seen before ever. There's a fucking the Yeti really pissed me off. Came out of absolutely nowhere, just ran at me. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? This is meant to be an adventure game.
but that
It
was
was
a
kind of like the
terrible
aliens
film,
at the end of
wasn't it?
Indiana Jones, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yeah, no, we won't go into that. Yeah, Uncharted looks pretty. Overall, it just looks good. It plays horrifically. And I don't understand. Pardon? Right, I don't understand how people can say that the Uncharted games play well. When you're moving around Nathan Drake, he moves around and he looks absolutely retarded. The animations look terrible. When you press jump, he has an absolute fit in the air, and then he grabs onto a wall, which slowly decays. But the first time it does that, it's alright. But
And the
then
time
every
is up
single
for the
time
David
you do it again in the game, every
feel
single
like
wall you climb.
I think you waffle too much on storyline.
Yeah, could have gone a bit further on controls, but
Oh yeah, 2 minutes. I know
it was,
you can waffle
yeah, I
on
did.
for
I
years,
didn't realise
so
that
I'll
you were
let
actually
go.
being serious about the 2 minutes.
You wasted a lot of time getting scared by the sound effects.
I'm brilliant at waffling.
That was the whole point.
Well,
It was people going
I wasn't expecting them. The first one, what was the first
We'll
one?
check
It just
back on the
kind of
recording and I
was.
might remove it to make myself feel better.
That didn't come across to me, so
Oh god,
yeah,
the audio de-waffler.
yeah, and then remove all my audio waffling.
Well, anyway, this has been the first podcast. My name's Decy P. The audio de-waffler.
What are we called? What's the name of our
The game
podcast?
de-waffler. I don't know. But we just waffle about games, so...
No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I'd say that if this is our first episode, which it is, we could call this episode the audio de-waffler.
We'll come back to that. We are...
but I don't know what we'd call the actual podcast.
And that is the end of our show. See you in a bit.
I'm not Decy P. Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I hope you stay tuned.